I'm Scott Stevens, president of the Rotary Club of Harrisburg. I joined Rotary over 8 years ago because I believe in service, membership, and giving back to the community. Rotary Club of Harrisburg is the number 23rd club in the entire world. We have over 100 members and we've been around for over 100 years. We're part of Rotary International, which has over 1.4 million members, all seeking to do good in the world. If you'd like to learn more, please check us out on the socials and learn more at hbgrotary.org. Thanks. We have a busy day. Good afternoon to everybody. Feel free to keep getting food and finding spots. We have a full room today, which is a great problem to have. So welcome to everybody. If you don't mind, if you're have the ability, please rise, and we're going to have JC do a reflection.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday to you. Please bow your heads with me. My fellow Rotarians, let's reflect together. Let us pray silently together, each of us, according to our individual beliefs. Let us offer thanks to our food and blessings for one another. Let us be a source of hope for those in need and contentment for those who are lonely. Let us live gratitude for our opportunity to serve Rotary. And let the feelings of love, kindness, and well-directed yet gentle spirit always be reflected in our actions. Amen.
And now for the pledge. Oh, there he goes. It's tough. You have to be on PowerPoint for this to work, and there was like 4 things going on, so. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, mingle time.
Since I was here last fall and had a great visit, I've been to 39 other Rotary clubs all around 7 counties, had a wonderful time. But I'm back because this was the best visit I had. And I'm just so glad to see everybody. And it's really, I can just feel the buzz in this room. It's really exciting. Super. A lot of young people, a lot of people that are making a difference in the world. So I could not be happier. And I'm really pleased to see what's going on with Kareem's mission. It's just so much activity. It's fantastic. So thank you very much, Scott.
Hi, everyone. Amy Rote from Big Brothers Big Sisters. I have some special guests here with me. A colleague of mine, Cody Klaus. He is our Director of Workforce Development. And he is here with one of our mentors, Elaine Daimler. Elaine has been a mentor in our program and supporter for, I won't tell how many years. 34 years support of Big Brothers Big Sisters. Yes. And she's been a mentor to one of our guest speakers today, Adriana, who is in the Beyond School Walls program at Capitol Blue Cross. So thank you for being here with us.
Hey. Tish Burns is originally from Pittsburgh, and she's the executive director and is doing some great things. So I pop in quite often, and I am really pleased to see the changes that she has made in the community that I grew up in.
Thank you all. Tish Burns from the Camp Curtin YMCA. This is my second invite to the Rotary Club, and I just want to thank you all. I believe the first time I came, we had an event that was going on at the Y called Wonderland at the Y, and you all actually gave some donations for our event, so we appreciate that. And your continued support for the Camp Curtin YMCA and all the YMCAs in the Harrisburg area, so we appreciate you all. Thank you so much.
Hello. I have with me today Tyler Wilt. He's a fellow Harrisburg Young Professional and works at First National Bank. Anything else you'd like to?
Not too much. I appreciate you guys giving me a warm welcome, and I'm very excited to see not only the speeches here today, but you know, if I can possibly contribute in any way, shape, or form to the Rotary Club.
So if you know me, you know I always introduce myself as the tall, skinny billboard guy. And I do that because that's what I've done for 40 years now. I just celebrated my 40th anniversary in the billboard business, and it's been, yeah. And it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing because I've gotten to know so many great people in this town and been able to donate a lot of billboards and have fun doing that too. But guess what? I'm changing my introduction to the tall, skinny, retired guy. Yeah, March 31st, I celebrate my birthday, and I don't go to work on April 1st. And the new guy, the guy that's going to fill my shoes, is here today to say hi to y'all. And so I'm going to turn it over to Tim Joyce. Tim Joyce.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tim Joyce. I'm the short, pudgy billboard guy. I know there's a long history of partnership between Lamar Advertising and the Rotary Club. This is my 6th day working in the Harrisburg area, and this is my 2nd Rotary lunch. So this is all very exciting to me, and I look forward to continuing that partnership. Thank you for having me today.
Hello, everyone. My name is Simonia Wissenot, and I am the co-founder and executive director of Mountain Be Removed Outreach Center, MBROC for short. We're 26 years old, and we are out into the communities giving away major groceries to the community. And also, we have a pretty up and growing seniors program, and we give out to the community 3 times a week. Also a global network with about 75 churches under us in Africa. So, and I'm here as a guest from Scott, just to see everything what's going on.
And we met at a Harrisburg Regional Chamber bash event? Yeah, it was great. Did we miss anybody? Okay, good. If it looks like we're going fast, we're going fast. All right, so this Saturday we have a Pinewood Derby volunteer event. Details are on Club Runner, just like every event we do. And we need volunteers. So if you have some time, you don't have to come for the whole session. It's a pretty long Pinewood Derby, but if you can spare an hour or two, come on out. Should be a fun time. Central Penn Food Bank is on Monday the 17th. Did I get that date? No, yeah, that date's right. Okay, the 17th, 5 to 7. Volunteers needed as well. We're never going to say volunteers are not needed. If I do that, then we've achieved it. We can all quit and go home. We always need volunteers. Harrisburg Rotary Club Rotarian of the Year, previously known as a Robert D. Hansen Award. And per Bob's wishes, he did not want that name to go on for far too long. So we've consulted with our previous leadership, and now we have it as Rotarian of the Year. So that's going to be on the 24th, 2 weeks from today. Register on Club Rotary, please. And also save the date. You've heard me say this before. April 2nd, we're going to have a social at Rubicon from 5 to 7, bringing those back. And if you have the district conference, I think registration is still open, Governor? Yeah, it is okay. Still open. Still open. You don't have to come for 3 days. You can come for Saturday. There's partial options there too, so I'd love to see you. And we have a special guest. Would you like to come up here?
Hi. First, I want to introduce Maya. I like that. Maya is the voice if you hear the singing on our YouTube channel. And you might say, who are you? If you don't know me, I've done something wrong. All right, so I am here not as Hagir or the many hats I wear, but to talk to you about a mission that is truly, truly close to my heart and so many people here. I only have 5 minutes. So I'm going to advise you to look at our website, reach out to me so I can give more information. And in this brief, like 5 minutes, I'm going to have you, Sean, just go through this PowerPoint so they can see pictures. We're not going to be talking about it because there is not enough time. The Kareem's mission started because my son, who is 5.5, many of you know that I have a 23 and a 17, and I thought I'm going to have my empty nest and go enjoy the beach, but God has a different plan. And Kareem came. His very first year, he had a lot of issue with GI, and you're going to hear that a lot with kids on the spectrum. And so I'm in the healthcare field for 25 years. So it was easy for me to see the signs, pick up on small things. He wasn't giving me eye contact. He was not letting me hug him, or just when he's in pain, he's not comforting. Like he's not looking for me for comfort. Any parent here will know how hard is it to not have your child want to snuggle with you or do anything. So I started to notice those from an early age, and by 18 months, I reached out to the early intervention who came, did the whole gamut, scan, assessment, all of that, and they agreed that he is on the spectrum, but we can't have a definitive diagnosis until 2 years. So me being, 24-hour working, I got him registered, signed for an appointment with a developmental pediatrician, and he got the diagnosis. And even I knew that we were working with the early intervention for 6 months before the diagnosis. It hit me hard. And when I say it hit me hard, for someone like me who's been through a lot, it's not easy to make me really cry and sob for days or be depressed, but I was. Because you grieve the child that you want, and it's okay to say that. And to know the struggles that not just him, but I will be facing, because this is a 24/7 job. And knowing how the world is not kind, and especially for kids on the spectrum, I kind of knew he's going to have a tough life ahead of him. So we went through the whole, they hand me the package. And they said, go, figure it out. And I sat there for hours on the computer, searching, putting him on wait list. The wait list for a center and therapy was 6 to 18 months at that time. And that's him, the cutie pie right here. So it's put him on the wait list. And the only reason that he was able to attend a clinic, an autism clinic, is because I had money and I knew people. He registered, got in, and I was able to pay a rent, actually a mortgage, $2,000 a month for 6 months until the insurance is accepted. And I don't think anybody will say this without, what the heck? And at that point, I was willing to sell my house, my kidney, whatever, just to get him the care, because as a mother, that's your job, right? But, then I start talking to other parents. And if you know me, I love to talk. So we got to see the issues that they're facing, and it is just not fair that he and some other kids, 24 selected kids, are able to get the care, the therapy, because their parent knows someone or they have money. And from there, I have a nice size pool in my house and fenced area, so I started a small parent group. Parent come, we just drink coffee, bring whatever you want, I don't care, and we watch the kids, and they play in a safe environment. Then I start to take Kareem out with us as a family, me and the girls, to go eat, and people look at you, judge you, and not understanding. He was 3, and he's cute like a button, but he will reach and touch somebody, and you hear them and I don't do that. I'm a nice person, but don't test me as a mother. So we stop going out, start to eat and try, to figure it. And then I'm like, why? And instead of us hiding, we can actually talk to the community and raise awareness. And as a mother, I can tell you that even his dad was not okay with his diagnosis. He was ashamed of him. So personally, I seen it, and I know many people did not reach for services or anything because they're ashamed. They don't want people to look at them differently or their kid to be labeled. So the kid's missing therapy, missing early intervention, which is really vital when it comes to autism. So as a community, we need to do better. We need to give them, the freedom to be able to go and seek help without feeling judged. Kareem Mission started, and I know I didn't even talk about Kareem Mission yet, because of that. Awareness, the Kareem Mission nonprofit, which is autism awareness, and Kareem Mission Autism Center, Community Center, which I'm happy to report that Central Penn College gave us 4,200 square feet in Central Penn College. And I've been working with Camp Curtin with, what's his name, Ellen? No, not Iski. With the Y. Yep, sorry, Dave. So we are working with a couple places, including Hack and, yeah, heck yeah. To be able to provide services in the whole center of Pennsylvania, there is 4 children out of every 30 child in central Pennsylvania currently diagnosed with autism, and no, not because we're doing something wrong, not because we're giving vaccine or parents are bad and not praying enough, or they're punished by God. No, because we know more now, and people are coming and seeking help. So the center is our second annual autism event, April 19. Center Penn College, you are all invited. Maya here will be going around to show you, we have an Easter basket, we have things, and we're doing everything in our power to raise money through merchandise that we did. We created a whole talking flashcard. Feel free to open it, and it's for speech. And we're working with therapists, we're working with parents, with so many organizations. I don't know if you can go to, yep. So all of those people step up, and we have over 30 officials, representatives from senators to, we reach to everyone. They give us letters of support. I reach out to every organization that is working on special need and especially autism, because our goal is not to reinvent the wheel. And we're not trying to do something that is there. So we want them all to come. There's so many organizations, but they don't talk to each other. And as a parent, you are left to look and try to figure out things. So it's going to be like a one-hop. The center is going to have therapy rooms, sensory rooms, art, because most of our kiddos are very smart and they might not speak, but they have a way of communicating. So art, music, movement, like a gym, and we have a teen hub. The suicidal rate, you might not know, for teens and adults on the spectrum is 63%. You can search that, but so we're providing them with the place that they can feel like they belong. We all want to belong. And we're going to have an area where we do seminars to train communities. All of your organizations, we are happy to come and provide training. And we have therapists, like I said, and we are all qualified to give trainings. You can come to our center, and we have our podcast, and that's part of the things we do. We have our studio where we record and do, songs. The big thing is our YouTube channel. Go check it out. We have 2, one for kids, and that's an animation. It is nursery rhymes, and it's cute. You have to watch it. It's for them to feel represented and for other people to look at them and know that they're just children like them. The second part is parent. So that will provide, starting from what is autism. My goal is to have every information and questions out there answered by a therapist or someone who have the knowledge. This way, if you cannot come to the center, you can just open your phone and go on YouTube. It's free. They'll be able to learn, and you can use it to educate the community. Employment. Every job here probably had someone came for interview and they didn't fit. So we're talking to employers so they can basically know that if you put our children in the right place, you set them for success. If someone who don't like social, don't like to talk, don't put them in the greeting. So some common sense that people might just miss. I think my time is up, maybe.
Tony, would you like to come up and talk to us about the 4-way speech contest and let us know what happens next?
Thank you. Well, we have some students here today for our 4-way speech contest. I know they're really excited, but I've been doing this probably since 2018, I think, and it's really been a pleasure to be part of the journey. And what's interesting is back when I was getting my master's a long time ago at Penn State, they said, sure, you can come to school here, but in exchange, you have to teach freshmen public speaking. And I was like, but I thought I was coming anyway. It was really hard. But now full circle, many years later, I get to work with students who want to be here. So it's very big improvement. But we have been working for a bit now with these 4 students, thanks to Amy and the team over there for doing some mentoring with Adriana. And then for our students over at SciTech, Sean and Scott and Jeff Case have been involved there too. So we're very excited to have them. But they will be giving a 5 to 8 minute speech on a particular topic, and they'll be applying the Rotary 4-way test, which is up here in case there's no test for you. But they're going to be applying the Rotary 4-way test to a topic that they've selected. We do have 3 fabulous judges with us today who I'd like to introduce. One just introduced herself. Hagir is one of our judges. In addition to her great work at Kareem's mission, or at Mission, the whole organization there, she's a passionate advocate, activist, and serial entrepreneur dedicated to human rights, peacemaking, and autism awareness. She's the chairwoman and CEO of Hagir Network and founder of the multiple organizations, including HSC Staffing, Tomorrow's Smile, Kareem's Mission, and K-Mission TV. Her work spans advocacy, media, healthcare, community building, and she is a fabulous Rotarian. So thank you so much. We also have Jamal here with us. Jamal, you can just raise your hand or stand. Many of you know Jamal. Jamal has over 20 years of leadership and service experience to his role as manager of regional initiatives at the Harrisburg Regional Chamber in Creedick. Before this, he served as the program manager of the Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship at Harrisburg University, and he was the director of business development and LERTA administrator for the city of Harrisburg. He's deeply involved in the community, coaching youth basketball, and serves on the board of the Camp Curtin YMCA. And then last but certainly not least is we have quite the professional in here on public speaking. We have the Channel 8 on your side political reporter with WGAL in Harrisburg, Tom Lehman. Certainly knows a thing or two about public speaking. So with that being said, we will kick off the speech contest. Our judges will be, they've got their scoring sheets, and then after that we'll go deliberate and announce a winner. We have 4 prizes. Top winner gets a $300 Visa gift card, $200, $100, and $50. So everybody leaves here a winner, which is fantastic. So we will start with Julidet.
Hello, my name is Julidet, and I'm currently a senior at SciTech campus. Today I will be talking about figure skating. Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians. Today I invite you to journey with me into the breathtaking world of figure skating, a sport that captivates our hearts with its elegance, artistry, and remarkable athleticism. Each jump and spin is not just a display of skill, it is a passionate fusion of both sport and art that can leave us spellbound. Yet beneath the surface of these mesmerizing performances lies a realm filled with intense rivalry, poignant stories, and sometimes intense controversy. Lately, the focus has turned to the phenomenal figure skaters from Russia. With a heritage that boasts both incredible triumphs and deeply felt scandals, these athletes embody the intricate relationships between artistry and the often harsh realities of competition. Their journeys resonate with fans around the globe, drawing us into a narrative colored by passion and challenges, shaping our perception of the sport we cherish. As we reflect on these narratives, let's bring clarity through the guiding principles of the Rotary 4-way test. 4 simple but profound questions that invite us to examine not only the actions of individuals, but the broader impact on our shared love of figure skating. Let's engage thoughtfully with these questions today as we seek to understand and appreciate the complexities within this beautiful sport. 1. Is it the truth? In figure skating, as in all sports, the quest for truth often becomes obscured by the immense pressures of competition, national identity, and a relentless striving for victory. Russian skaters in particular have found themselves at the center of serious allegations, including, but not limited to, questionable coaching practices, doping, and biased judging. Consider the case of Kamila Valieva, a talented young athlete whose aspirations at the Olympics became marred by a doping scandal. Now, if you don't know what doping is, it is classified by Interpol as the act of consuming artificial and often illegal substances to gain an advantage over others in sporting competitions. This revelation left fans and observers wrestling with profound, unsettling questions. Is Valieva a casualty of a flawed system, or does she represent athletes who've gained inappropriate edges over their peers? For many, the truth is anything but straightforward. Some view these skaters as embodiments of national pride, while others perceive them as mere instruments in a complex, larger narrative. The surrounding drama complicates our ability to disentangle the individual athlete from the significant political and ethical dilemmas that permeate the sport. Ultimately, it is crucial that we approach these topics with a discerning eye, recognizing the intricate interplay of sportsmanship, morality, and national pride at stake. 2, is it fair to all concerned? When an athlete tests positive for a banned substance, regardless of the circumstances, the very essence of fairness comes under scrutiny. Take Valieva, for instance. Despite a positive test, she was allowed to remain in competition, granting her an unfair edge over other dedicated athletes who have trained tirelessly and adhered to the rules. This selective leniency tarnishes the integrity of the sport we cherish. It leaves fellow skaters who diligently follow anti-doping regulations in a state of uncertainty, questioning whether their relentless commitment and clean sportsmanship even hold a value. Fans too are left grappling with doubt. Are they witnessing a genuine contest or a spectacle tainted by scandal? When fairness is abandoned, the repercussions extend beyond a single athlete's actions. It casts a long shadow over the entire competition, challenging the very foundation of what it means to achieve victory. In the face of this reality, we must ask ourselves, what does it truly mean to win? 3, will it build goodwill and better friendships? The case of Valieva brought to light how sports, which should unite us, can sometimes fracture our shared passion. In Russia, she emerged as a symbol of injustice embraced by those who empathized with her position. Meanwhile, the international media seemed to turn away, leaving her in isolation. Some viewed her as a young athlete caught in a maelstrom of political and ethical dilemmas, while others labeled her involvement as a betrayal of the principles of clean sport. Rather than nurturing a spirit of camaraderie, this controversy has bred resentment. Athletes committed to honesty questioned whether their hard-earned sacrifices were in vain. Fans torn between their love for figure skating and the disheartening reality of corruption found it increasingly difficult to celebrate the very essence of the sport. In what should be moments of joy and beauty, many are left feeling frustrated and let down. 4, will it be beneficial to all concerned? We must pause to reflect. Is this turmoil truly serving anyone's interest? Does the relentless spotlight on doping, scandal, and politics enhance the sport we cherish? Or does it undermine the dreams of the athletes, the enthusiasm of fans, and the rich legacy of figure skating? For devoted fans, the stain of scandal often eclipses the thrill of performances. Instead of reveling in the grace and artistry of skating, we are drawn into discussions of unfairness and corruption. Our focus strays from the core of what makes this sport so magical: the dedication, passion, and sheer talent of the skaters themselves. Ultimately, the real victory lies in ensuring a level playing field for every athlete, allowing for triumphs that can be celebrated joyously, free from the weight of controversy. Only then can we immerse ourselves in the beauty of figure skating, embracing it with integrity and admiration it so richly deserves. In conclusion, as we take a moment to reflect on the intricate world of Russian figure skating and the emotional currents that run through it, let's hold on to the Rotary four-way test as our guiding star. The quest for truth, fairness, goodwill, and the betterment of all transcends our daily interactions. It resonates deeply within the heart of sports, where athletes and fans alike yearn to witness the pure essence of competition. By steadfastly embracing these values, we can pave the way for a future where figure skating is not merely a stage for controversy, but a celebration of breathtaking artistry. Together, let us strive to ensure that the beauty of the sport shines brightly, unfettered by shadows of scandal. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Julidet. We'll give the judges a second here just to write down their final comments. But one of the greatest joys about participating in this competition was learning about topics that I have absolutely no idea at all about. If you remember last year, our winner was talking about pandas in Asia, and I knew very little about pandas in Asia, but now know a thing or two. So this has been especially really interesting for me to hear about. So as they're finishing up here, our next speech contestant is Eduardo.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys doing? Good, good. I'm gonna be giving a speech. As you probably heard, my name is Eduardo. I'm a senior at Sci Tech, and my speech topic for today is gonna be climate change. Climate change. It's on our lips every day. Every day we're told that we should make the change to drive electric, drink from paper straws, and turn the lights off when we leave the room. And granted, they do make a difference. But let's be realistic. No level of personal action will ever compare to the actions of one country. If we really want to fight climate change, we need to talk about China. Here's the truth. China is the world's biggest polluter. They account for almost 30% of all global CO2 emissions. For perspective, that's more than the United States and the entire European Union combined. China, and it's not a coincidence, China is coal hungry. They have a huge industrial base and they make a large proportion of the world's goods. In the meanwhile, the United States has made big strides in earnest efforts to reduce its CO2 emissions. We have done this via renewable sources, legislation, and corporate leadership. Carbon emissions in the US have decreased by some 12% since 2005 because of these strides that we made. Despite this, however, China's emissions are still on the increase. If we really want to see progress in this, we have to get to the base of the problem, China. Every day we're told that climate change is the responsibility of all, which it is. If you want the people of a planet to clean up the planet, they need to cooperate. But is it fair to require ordinary Americans such as me, such as you, such as her, such as him, to bear the blunt of climate policy? Meanwhile, China continues to have more carbon emissions and pollute the planet? The question is straightforward. Why should we bear the brunt of climate policy while they add to their carbon footprint? An example of this. In 2023 alone, China has approved more than 100 new coal-fired power plants. That's nearly 2 new plants every week. Meanwhile, in the same year, the US has shut down over 200 coal plants. Excuse me, that was inaccurate. Since 2010, we have shut down over 200 coal plants. As you see, we are making a difference. We are moving away from coal as an energy resource and we're moving to more green resources. Meanwhile, China, they are massively increasing their use of coal. Think about this. If China reduced its emissions by just 10%, that would be the equivalent of completely eliminating the CO2 emissions of Germany. That impact will be enormous, but we continue to focus on tiny tweaks at home while ignoring the bigger player in the game. It is not all bad, however. China has committed to big things. They have committed to peaking their carbon emissions by 2030, being carbon neutral by 2060. Sounds great, right? But cheap talk is cheap. In 2023 alone, China approved more than 200 new coal-fired plants than ever, as I mentioned before. And despite all of its claims, China remains the largest producer of CO2, with no serious intent of halting its environmental degradation. China burns more coal than we do combined. They represent nearly 54% of world coal consumption. How do we ever achieve real climate progress when one nation continues to add gasoline to the fire? As I mentioned previously, if you want people to clean the planet, you need full cooperation. It's not just emissions, no. China's reach extends as far as our oceans. Their massive fishing fleets are literally bottom trawling the ocean floor, wiping out fish stocks and destroying marine ecosystems. China is responsible for nearly half of the world's illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing. These fleets, which are often government subsidized, use destructive fishing methods that kill whole ecosystems and leave nothing but denuded seafloor behind. This isn't just awful for the environment, it's a food security and ocean health crisis. Well-running oceans are imperative to regulating planetary temperatures, and China's bad habits are speeding up this disease. Let's switch the subject to rare earth mining. China produces the most rare earth in the world, mining the stuff that goes into everything from cell phones to electric cars. The problem? Their manufacturing is ruining the environment, spewing toxic waste, radioactive soil, and heavy metal poisoning. As the West is compelled to become green, much of the technology that we use relies on material sourced from China's environmentally destructive mines. Again, we're cleaning up the mess while they desecrate. As I stated previously, we are told that we should make the change to electric vehicles. Well, how are we going to make the change to electric vehicles when buying these electric vehicles contributes to China's environmental degradation? If we want to make the change to electric vehicles, we have to put more restrictive legislation on how we get the materials for these vehicles, else there is no difference made at all. If anything, it hurts the environment more. So what do? The solution simply isn't to make life more difficult for American families, no. It's simply to hold China accountable. Global leaders must urge stricter environmental standards. They must compel a turn away from coal and deliver real, enforceable climate policies. Economic incentives, trade laws, and international pressure must be targeted where they'll have the greatest impact. If China wants to be a global leader, then they have to act like one. That means reducing reliance on coal, tightening controls on industrial pollution, and overhauling its environmental legislation to align with the world's sustainability agenda. In addition, cooperation is everything, as I stated previously. This extends to even the American consumer. The consumers can drive change by demanding transparency. Western manufacturing relies on China, even if that means taking dirty money. We can pressure China to change by investing in companies that sign up to ethical supply and sustainable production. Global agreements must realign priorities. Instead of over-regulating Western business that's already on the right path, we must ensure that the highest emitters face the same rules. Now, as I've given my speech here, you probably noticed the four-way test of Rotary. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships, or will it be beneficial to all concerned? I want you to think about this. Are we truthful regarding who is emitting most of the emissions? Is it fair that American citizens absorb the costs of climate policies while China keeps on polluting? Does it bring goodwill to let one nation pollute while others make sacrifices? And finally, is it good for everyone concerned to highlight small individual changes while the biggest contributor remains unaffected? If we really care about combating climate change, then the conversation has to change. China must take care of business. Otherwise, we can only dream about a cleaner, greener world. Thank you.
Thank you, Eduardo. Very well done. So we'll give the judges another minute here just to write their final comments. But I just wanted to take a moment to thank the educators, the volunteers, and everyone involved with making this happen. We've introduced, I know, Adriana's mentor here. Thank you so much. And Mr. Bonini, who's been with us for several years. It really, when we start meeting with these students, they have an idea, a topic, and then they go think through it a little bit more and finesse it. And then what is the Rotary test, huh? What is that? What are you asking yourself? And so they think through these questions and apply it to the topic. But when we mentor, it's maybe, I think our time was, I get to go there from 12:36 to 1:04 in between a little session at Mr. Bonini's class. But it's really the educators, the volunteers, the mentors that help shape this whole speech. So thank you so much to you both that are here and to all those involved in this. So, all right, our next, yes, thank you, Peggy. All right, now we will bring up Adriana.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good day. Today, I will be talking about the power of resilience, turning the struggles into strengths. Imagine standing at the edge of failure, staring into the unknown. You may have experienced this before, or perhaps you find yourself there now. The world may urge you to quit, and the pressure might feel unbearable. Yet, somewhere deep inside, a small voice whispers, keep going. That whisper is resilience, our greatest weapon against adversity. I know this because I've walked this path. There was a time when I went to school with my autistic brother, and a lot of things were going on, and trying to deal with him and also my schoolwork was a real struggle. It was hard to focus on my work. I would get pulled out of class because the staff members at our building did not know how to handle him. They didn't know when he would have his mood swings. They didn't know how to calm him down. So they would call me. And it would either be because he's having a meltdown, skip or walk out of class. I wanted to give up because it felt like a lot of pressure was on me. But something within told me to keep going. Each and every day, it would get easier. And I would explain to my teachers on what's going on, and they're very understandable. We all face hardships. Everyone here in the room. We have the student battling self-doubt before an important exam, the entrepreneur who poured their heart into a dream, only to be told no. The single parent working 2 jobs, wondering if they're doing enough. The athlete who trains day to day, despite the pain, in pursuit of victory. History is filled with individuals who transform struggles into stepping stones. For example, we have Oprah Winfrey, who was told she wasn't fit for television, but we see her on television. Steve Jobs was fired from the very company he created. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years behind bars, but emerged stronger, not bitter. They didn't let failure define them. They let it refine them. Resilience isn't about pushing through, it's about how we do so. As we navigate adversity, let's ask ourselves, is it the truth? Are we honest with ourselves about our challenges and what we need to do to overcome them? Is it fair to all concerned? Are we building our success without tearing others down? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Are we using our strength to uplift those around us? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Are we turning our resilience into something that not only helps us, but inspires others? Resilience isn't about personal success. It's about how we rise together. Science shows that resilience is built, not given. Each time we push through hardship, we rewire our brains for strength. When we rise, we encourage others to do the same. Think about a time you faced adversity. What got you through it? Perhaps it was faith, support from others, or sheer determination. The truth is that every challenge offers an opportunity to grow stronger. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. So how do we build resilience? We shift our mindset. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's a part of it. We surround ourselves with people who lift us, and we remind ourselves that pain is temporary, but growth is permanent. Most importantly, we ensure our journey benefits not just ourselves, but others. True resilience isn't measured by how many times we rise, it's measured by how many people we lift along the way. So when life knocks you down, remember, you are stronger than your setbacks. You are built to rise. Embrace the struggle, fuel the fire, and show the world what resilience truly looks like. As we rise, let's do so with the truth, fairness, goodwill, and the intent to benefit all. In the end, resilience isn't just about survival, it's about transformation. Thank you, Rotary Club of Harrisburg, for allowing me to share my message with you. In doing so, you've allowed me to hone my public speaking skills, face fear of doing such, and hopefully inspire you all here today in this room to reflect and recall a nugget or a few when a future struggle is presented in your respective lives. Thank you all.
Great job, Adriana. That was great. Thank you for sharing your story. If you're not already blown away, we actually have one more speaker left. I'll give them 1 minute, but I will share with you what a journey it is. Again, just kind of discovering topics. I know at SciTech, we pull a couple of chairs out into a hallway, and to see, 3 chairs pulled together into a hallway, to see them now in front of the podium delivering, their first public speech in front of this group is, if you're not already on our committee, it's the most rewarding thing ever. So come on in. But our final speaker here, we have Maham. And so come on up.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Maham, and I'm a senior at Harrisburg High School SciTech campus. And today, the topic of my speech is growing up. Growing up is something that happens to all of us, whether we are young or old. It's a process of change, learning, and development that shapes who we are and who we will become. Growing up isn't just about aging or achieving milestones, but it's about developing the values that guides us through life. As we reflect on what it means to grow up, I'd like to explore how growing up can be a path towards making a world a better place with the help of the Rotary 4-way test. As you can see under your screens, is it truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? Growing up involves facing challenges, discovering new things about ourselves and the world, and learning how to interact with others. It's not always easy, but it's through these experiences that we build characters, resilience, and wisdom. In fact, growing up teaches us to confront our weaknesses, learn from our mistakes, and embrace our differences. It's a journey that never truly ends. Is it truth? The truth is, growing up isn't always a smooth, linear process. We all experience setbacks, challenges, and failures in our lives. But the truth is, we also can't grow without these moments. Failure is just not the opposite of success, but it's the necessary part of the success. There are times when we may feel like we're not making progress, or we may not know where we are headed. But growing up teaches us that it's okay to struggle, because it's through these struggles you get to know about yourself and the world. When we embrace the truth of our journey, we can face challenges with resilience. We understand that growth doesn't happen overnight, but through consistent effort and willingness to learn from every experience, both good and bad. Rotary teaches us to seek the truth, whether in our relationships, our communities, or our own personal development. Is it fair to all concerns? Growing up teaches us fairness, recognizing that not everyone has the same opportunities or experiences. Fairness means understanding that that people came from different backgrounds, have different struggles, and may need different forms of support. We all want to be treated with respect and kindness, but fairness means going beyond just equality. It means understanding and responding to the unique needs of others. Rotary's commitment to fairness is reflected in its efforts to promote peace, equity, and social justice around the world. When we grow up with the mindset of fairness, we strive to create environments where everyone has a chance to succeed, whether it's in the school, in the communities, in the workplace. Fairness ensures that no one is left behind. It's about offering opportunities to all the people, regardless of their race, gender, or social status. Will it build goodwill and better friendships? One of the most important lessons we learn as we grow up is the value of our relationships. Our ability to form meaningful, and lasting friendships is one of the most significant aspects of our lives. Growing up teaches us to be kind, to share, to be emphatic, and to support others during their good and bad times. The principles of goodwill are foundational to making the world a better place. Goodwill is not just about being polite or nice, it's about fostering an environment where trust, empathy, and respect can thrive. When we grow up with the intention of building goodwill, we create communities that are more connected, more resilient, and more willing to support one another in the times of need. This is especially important in today's world where division and conflict seems to be ever present. Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Lastly, growing up should not only be about our personal development, it should also be about making a lasting or positive impact on others. As we gain knowledge, experience, and skills, we have a responsibility to use them for the benefit of others, whether it's through volunteering, helping a neighbor, or supporting a cause. Growing up means recognizing that our actions can have a lasting impact on the world. The ultimate benefit of growing up is the ability to contribute to greater goods. It's about learning to be selfless, to prioritize the needs of others, and to use our experiences to make the world a better place. Just as Rotary's mission focuses on service above self, growing up with the mindset means continually looking for the ways to help others and improve the communities we belong to. To recap, growing up isn't just a process of aging, it's a continual journey of learning, evolving, and making a difference in the lives of others. By applying the Rotary's four-way test to the way we grow up, we can ensure that our journey is filled with truth, fairness, goodwill, and benefit to those around us. The values we cultivate as we grow up shapes the kind of world we live in and the kind of people we become. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Wow, that was what a room to receive those speeches. It's if you weren't touched by any number of those, that's wild. We're going to switch things up a little bit while the judges are deliberating. And Carla, would you like to come up and we'll do a quick meet the member, then we'll do our announcements, and then we'll get out of here.
Hello, hello, hello. I switched my hair up a lot. I'm waiting for my PowerPoint.
Keep introducing yourself.
Oh, I can go. I can keep going. So the first slide is going to be who is Carla Hill. Some people call me Carla Johnson. That's my married name, but I'm divorced, so it's Carla Hill, maiden name. I have two sons. Oh, just click it. Oh, here we have it. I have two sons, Jeffrey and Jaquez. One's 25, one's 26, and then I have one granddaughter, Brooklyn. I think it pops up. I was born in Harrisburg, education, Susquehanna Township. I graduated from Lincoln University. I have a degree in accounting that I do not use. Two sons, one daughter. 46 years old. Blessed to Give. I'm the founder of Blessed to Give, Inc. The mission of Blessed to Give, Inc. is to empower and uplift youth in the city of Harrisburg by providing mentorship, entrepreneurship opportunities, and community engagement programs. Through education, leadership development, and strategic partnership, B2G aims to create a positive and supportive environment where young people can grow, thrive, and become leaders in the communities. B2G is committed to providing mentorship, life skills training to guide youth towards success, building strong community partnerships to offer resources, support for families, encouraging positive youth engagement to reduce violence and provide structure, productive activities. So in this is some of the things I've done. We've had up there is we had an event for the kids where they sold their products, like an entrepreneurial thing. We have guest speakers come in. This is when I first started in 2015. We did paint. So I try to do things that kids aren't used to getting so that they can expand their minds. I have a house on 17th Street that should be ready in the fall where we're going to have kids who age out of foster care can live there. We'll provide life skills. and we're going to give them rent-free for 6 months, and then so they can become adequate people in the community. We give away Christmas presents. I took kids to Baltimore Ravens game. What else we got here? I just read last week, see different hairstyle, to the kids at Downey. These kids, it was another entrepreneurial event where they all made t-shirts. They learned how to make t-shirts from scratch. They did DJ services. They learned about photography. They learned about arts. And they learned about, and it's a podcast that they went on. This was an educational event that I had. And yeah, that is, actually I partnered with Michael Parsons. I did his community event the first 2 years. So that comes from that. So I'm gonna be real fast. All right, I also work at Harrisburg School District, but I'm 1 day out because they're trying to keep me and I'm trying to go away. But, I work at Roland, Team Roland. So Harrisburg School District, SciTech. I'm the executive director for the Sickle Cell Foundation in Harrisburg. Sickle Cell Pennsylvania, SCPASCC, is dedicated to supporting individuals, families, and caregivers affected by sickle cell disease and sickle cell trait. Their mission is to utilize financial, political, and clinical influence to provide advocacy and increase public awareness across the 26 counties service area. We have the vision to enhance sickle cell disease awareness among all Pennsylvania residents within their service region, aiming to improve the quality of life for each patient and family battling the disease. Through education, advocacy, and direct services, we strive to empower the community with knowledge and resources, promoting better healthcare and improved treatment options for those who live with sickle cell. I just took on the sickle cell role in December, and I love it so far. So sickle cell, since I've been there, that's my parents. My father, Vince Hill, sits on the sickle cell board. My mom, both parents sit on Bless to Give advisory board. We was on Fox. We had an awareness event. That's the president. We had Dr. Levine came and spoke, and I was on the panel for the state of Black health. I spoke on that, and we did a blood drive at the MLK event. So that's all I've done since December, since I've been there. And the Patty Kim one was last year. I just love Patty, so I had to put her picture up there. She spoke and did a press conference for sickle cell awareness. Upcoming events. So I'll be in Philadelphia in a couple weeks. I speak for Bless to Give for strengthening families, to tell families how to work with their youth. Bless to Give has an essay event coming up for kids, and they have amazing prizes. And what steps can parents take to support the youth dealing with emotional struggles, and how can parents, community leaders, and youth collaborate to prevent gang, environment, and gun violence? So this is what, the point of this is for the youth to tell us how to handle it, not for us to tell the youth how to handle it. Sickle Cell has a golf tournament coming up. In March 22nd, which is 2 weeks away, we have a health and wellness event on Walnut Street, Harrisburg, which is going to be amazing. And our 30th anniversary dinner is in October. And I don't think y'all gonna remember all that, so if you really wanna know, I have a piece of paper that has all our events on it that's coming up for all 3 organizations. Community support. So, who's this girl? Where'd she go? She's still there? I love Members First, and that's my girl Ashley. She came and spoke to our youth. These are people that support Bless to Give, Members First. Pfizer is a big supporter of sickle cell. DNH always supports Bless to Give. I love DNH. PSCCCU gave me an award for the Michael Parsons event. Jones on Fire always supports us. HAT, they always support us. They're there for me.
What's your favorite community college?
HAT, hell yeah. Harrisburg Cougars really support me, and I have a big partnership with Hollywood Casino. They do a lot for Bless to Give. These are the different boards I'm on. Member of Rotary, MLK, NAACP, Mayor's Equity Roundtable, Family and Community for Harrisburg School District, Safety Advisory Committee for Harrisburg School District, and a board member of Hill is One. Hill is One is out of Miami. That was a big during COVID. They help people with COVID. And that's me. There you go.
All right, everybody, we'll get you out of here as soon as we can. We actually had another part of our program that didn't come together at the last minute. So That's kind of a blessing now. Final reminders, our website, Club Runner, blah, 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 all the details are always there, okay? So if you need something, go there first. Pinewood Derby, we talked about that. Central Penn Food Bank, we talked about that. Please stick around if you have time for photos, if you're a speaker or a guest. And don't forget to police your lunch area, because if you don't, then I will, and that's going to make me late for my 2 o'clock. A little bit about Rotary, and I'm going to check in with
Well, thanks everybody for staying here. I know we're running a little later on time today. That was a fantastic round of speeches, and it was incredibly difficult. We were deliberating over there a lot longer than we already have, but thank you to the judges for making an impossible decision. So, and students, well done. Well done. That's right. Oh, yeah? Yay, good job. Yeah. Good. You're a double winner then today is what it is. Good. Okay, so we will go from fourth to first place here. But again, well done. We have gift certificates for all of you, but the true win here is getting up in front of this group. It's hard to do, so well done. All right, in fourth place with a $50 gift card, we have Julidet. You know, I failed to mention too how this is judged, by the way. We have 5 categories that they're judged in according to points. First one is content. They're given 0 to 20 points for their introduction, originality, organization, and conclusion. Second is delivery, overall delivery, 20 points, up to 20 points. Third is the application of the 4-way test. So whether or not they took that 4-way test and really dug it into the topic that they were talking about, that's up to 30 points. And then total impact is also up to 30 points. And then there is a deduction for going over or under time, none of which our students did. So that wasn't factored. But we take those points and then we rank them and then choose our winners based on that. So third place, we have Eduardo.
Well done.
And I will say, by the way, the scores were, there was only 2 of the students were within 2 points of each other. That's how this was so unbelievably close. So it was, y'all are gonna change the world. All right, second place is Adriana.
Hey, and Tony, if I could interject, Adriana just got some good news.
Uh-huh.
Did,
Come on, share it. Oh, you share it. Sure.
I received a Keystone Scholarship to Cheyney University, a 4-year.
that just happened, so
Great
congratulations.
news. What a great day. That's awesome.
Hack this summer.
Of course, that means our first place then goes to Maham.
Remind us where you're going to college?
She's going to Hag. Very good. Excellent job, students. And that means with her first prize, first win here, she can advance to the next level, the next competition, and represent the Rotary Club of Harrisburg.
Awesome, thank you guys. If you were here as a guest or a student, please stay for pictures, police your stuff. Thank you for staying, thank you for your commitment. Go Rotary, go serve.